Welcome on in, Mets faithful, to another edition of Mets Digest with your co-host, of course, Michael DeAngelo, as you see on the screen. And we have gotten reports that the Mets have traded off a left-handed reliever to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we have also gotten reports that the Mets will almost certainly be trading for another pitcher by the end of today's trade deadline. Happy deadline day, everybody. July 30th. We are just a few hours away from the trade deadline ending, and that means we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of today. We are hoping to put out a big video for you guys whenever the Mets make that big move, but this is just the start of everything. So if you want to keep up with everything, Mets news, trade rumors, roster moves, injuries, anything at all, this is your one-stop shop for it. Grimace is telling you to subscribe, so what are you waiting for? We have no idea. Look, let me show you this real quick. 93% of you guys that are watching this videos aren't even subscribed. Only about 7% of you guys are. So if you guys are just popping into this channel watching these videos, just hit the subscribe button. We really will appreciate it to the fullest, and we will give back to you guys what you guys deserve, and that is the most up-to-date Mets news, Mets content, discussion topics, all of that right here on Mets Digest. So hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's get started. So the Mets have traded this morning one of their left-handed relievers from AAA. Has been going up and down in AAA, and that is Josh Walker. He has been traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates. We do not know the return of what we got back for him just yet, but Josh Walker, 29 years old, has appeared in 12 innings so far and had just above a 5 ERA. He was DFA'd not too long ago, and then now he has been shipped off to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And if you guys don't remember Josh Walker, he was the one that was nailed by that comebacking line drive during the Pittsburgh Pirates series on the road, and now he has been shipped off to that team where he will be playing with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we have now seen David Stearns dump multiple relievers that have been up in the majors before to create roster space for hopefully more trades he will be making. So now Josh Walker has been dumped. We watched him DFA Adrian Hauser last week, and now recently he has DFA Jake Diekman, who was on paper right now our best left-handed reliever with over a 5 ERA. This now creates roster spots now for hopefully trades for major league arms that he will be acquiring sooner or later. And we know that because of reports from Andy Martino saying that, good morning, we will skip the Yankees, and the Mets will likely be adding at least one pitcher today. And we had reports earlier that it could have been Trevor Rogers, but he has just been shipped off to the Orioles. Yusei Kikuchi, obviously not an option anymore. He has been shipped off to the Houston Astros. So options are thinning here. One guy that is still on the market that I'm sure all fans would like to see is, Jameson Taillon from the Chicago Cubs. He is still available, 32 years of age, just below a 4 ERA at 3.35, and has only allowed 14 home runs on the year. He will be a solid addition. He would be a solid addition to this Mets starting rotation. Maybe looking away from the left-handed relievers for once. Obviously the Mets starting rotation does have a lot of left-handed starters in there. Obviously Jose Quintana, David Peterson, and Sean Manaea. So this could be another option that you have, especially with this tweet right here from John Heyman recently. This was not too long ago, about 20-30 minutes ago. Uncertain if Jameson Taillon is still out there in trade talks, but in case his 10-team no-trade list does not include the Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, and Padres, and along with 15 other teams. So, is he still available? He probably is, But obviously now the Cubs are going to be asking a lot. The starting pitcher market is thinning out, so it's probably going to cost more for a player like him. And we have seen now a bunch of pitchers come off the board today and yesterday, like I said before, Yusei Kikuchi. We have just saw the Yankees trade for Mark Leiter Jr., Lucas Sims going away from Cincinnati. It is just piling up here, and we are trying to keep you guys as up to date as we possibly can on everything, and hopefully the Mets will be making their final trade deadline move soon. As I said before in previous videos, I have talked about that the Mets are probably not going to be looking to give up any top prospects for pitchers right now, especially with the year they're having and, very unexpected. But that does not seem to be the case. We have just heard from Joel Sherman on MLB Network said he wouldn't be surprised if the Mets traded some top prospects that are high up on the Mets system to the public, as Stearns may not be high on them as the previous regimen that put them in the system. This is a good example. A good example of this was just not a couple days ago, the Mets traded for Jesse Winker, which I apologize for that video. There was some copyright stuff on it, and we never really got to cover what we had to give up for Jesse Winker in that video, and that was our number 17 prospect, Tyler Stewart, who is one of our best pitchers in the system right now. Like I said, he's ranked number 17 in our system. That's pretty surprising, considering the Yankees had to give up their number 20 prospect plus two others below that for Jazz Chisholm. We had to give up our number 17 prospect for Jesse Winker. But, I mean, obviously, quantity over quality in that regard. But so, they could do anything now. Everything is on the table, and we could really see the Mets go after it here. We have seen reports now that the Marlins are charging a very high price for reliever Tanner Scott. And if the Mets really do want to bring him over and really want to solidify that bullpen, they might have to pay a pretty penny for him. And now it may seem like they're willing to. Tanner Scott is on an expiring deal, and he would need to be re-signed at the end of this year if you want to retain him. But, all-star appearance this year for the Miami Marlins. They just shipped off Josh Bell for, it seems right now they've only just shipped him off for cash considerations. They just shipped off Trevor Rogers to the Baltimore Orioles. And they got Kyle Stowers and another top Orioles prospect in return for him. So, prices of everything is fluctuating a lot. It just depends on the team, the player, the timing of it all. So we could, it is very unexpected of what is going to happen at this point in time. We just saw, like I said, David Stearns open up another spot on this 40-man roster for another pitcher. So it is almost certain that the Mets will be making another move sooner or later with this trade deadline coming down. I'm pretty sure it's 6 p.m. Eastern time, and that is in about 3 hours. Deals can be made / reported past that 6 p.m. Eastern deadline. So as soon as it hits 6, don't be like, oh, they didn't make any moves. No, it could be stuff gets reported later on. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. Everything is just going down right now. Another starter just came off the board. Cleveland is getting Alex Cobb. And so the market especially for starting pitching is thinning out. And if the Mets are going to want to make a move, they're going to have to do it soon, because we have heard that, they would be waiting last minute to make a decision and or to be making a move. And it seems like that is going to be that case is still standing with, a starting pitcher still needs to be made. A move for a starting pitcher still needs to be made, and we desperately still need a relief pitcher, especially on the left-handed side. So David Stearns, I know you're on the phones right now, but please, we need a lot of help in the arm category, and hopefully that will come out sooner or later. Sorry about that. But that is all I have for you guys right now. Like I said before, Josh Walker traded to the Pirates, freeing up another roster spot. And we will see what the Mets will be doing in the final hours of this trade deadline. As soon as a move is made, we will have a video out for you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe right here for it. And we will see you guys hopefully in the next coming hours. I'm sure I will be on the camera, of course, recording. And yeah, so that is all here at Mets Digest with Michael DeAngelo. Subscribe right here, and we will be back in hopefully a few hours. Goodbye for now, guys.